Okay, we'll get started here. Yeah, certainly happy with the win. Told them in the locker room, all wins are hard. Our goal for a long time here was to play, very well early in the season and go 3-0 in non-conference, and this team's accomplished that. So something we're excited about going into Big 12 play. Started off a little bit slow tonight. Didn't score the first drive offensively. Gave up a couple drives there defensively. It took us a little time to settle in against their option attack. Missed a few tackles. Guys just got out of their gaps a little bit. But I thought our response defensively was awesome and kind of really spurred the team on. After giving up those first 2 touchdown drives, we didn't give up another point the rest of the game, and we also scored one. And Pernell Motley's interception return. So very excited about the kind of the poise our guys kept. We know we got to play better early, but when you can respond like that, when some things don't go your way, you've got a chance. So proud of those guys. Offensively, a little up and down the whole night. Played better after the first series, decent in the kind of in the middle part of the first half. Disappointing not to get the first one in right after half after we got that stop, but then after that we were decent. So at times got a little bit too aggressive between Baker and I, but made enough plays, and guys really settled in and ended up finishing it off in convincing fashion. So excited about the win and ready to move on in here to Big 12 conference play.
In the second half, defensively, was it just your guys? Gallimore took over the game. It looked like that. Did you make adjustments, or did that guys just started playing it better?
I think just settling in. It's the option attack's so tough because you card up everything that you see, but they do it 365 days a year. Our scout team does it, for 4 days a year. It's hard, and I think just the speed of it initially on the first series, and then when you don't stop it the first time, sometimes you try to start doing things on your own, and that's when you really, really get in trouble. And that there was some of that certainly on the second drive. And our coaches just did a good job of keeping their poise. We knew we had a good plan against it if we just settled in and just did our job. And once we got that interception return, I think that got our confidence going, and we played more aggressively within doing our job after that.
Lincoln, it seemed like CD was making another big jump tonight with the way that he was playing. Did you talk about what you saw to him tonight, and what did the refs tell you about the hit? Replay seemed to show he led with his shoulder.
Yeah, he played well. He played really well, made some big plays, especially the one over there on our sideline that he went up and got was impressive. We expected it was going to be overturned, so I will keep what they said between me and them.
Is it a defensive receiver, but I guess he couldn't see it coming? Is that why they called it? They tell you?
I still don't know. Again, based on what I saw and the way we've been coaching our guys, that shouldn't have been called. But if we'll get the interpretation from the conference, and if there's something that I hadn't been doing a good enough job coaching, then I'll need to do better on that.
Lincoln, you mentioned Parnell's interception, and he's become so dynamic, but he's also been very consistent for you guys over there. When you think about where he is now and where he's come from, what do you attribute just what he's been able to do for you guys? What do you attribute that to?
Yeah, a lot. I think Kerry Cooks has done a great job with his development. They've got a great relationship from Kerry recruiting him, and he's just a hungry kid. He just loves to play, loves to compete. He was even like that last year as a freshman, even though he wasn't really ready to be playing like this right now. He was always confident and always energetic and hungry. And when you get a talented guy and he stays with it, even through some ups and downs that he had last year, he was a different guy in the spring. His body was more developed. Mentally, he was ready. And I just think you see a guy with a lot of confidence right now.
Lincoln, can you talk a little bit about Abdul Adams and what he did for the offense tonight?
Yeah, it was big. I thought he came in and gave us a spark. Ran really well, and he's ran well all 3 games. He ran well. We thought early in the Ohio State game, had a nice first game, and obviously did a great job tonight. And finally popped a couple of big runs. That was something we'd been challenging our entire group. We didn't feel like we'd done enough of that in the first couple of games.
Lincoln, you showed off more guys tonight. Brown tonight had a huge night. You told us last week you wanted to get Sutton in the game. You get him in here. Just continue to bring out more weapons, it seems like.
We're still figuring out, what all we got. And how we need to use them, and then some injuries here and there, and you shuffle them like you do in the season. That's how it goes. So, but it's been good to see different guys step up and show some things.
Lincoln, you were a little banged up coming into this one. It looked like several guys got a little nicked in the game. Did you lose anyone? Were there any serious injuries?
I don't think anything serious, but I hadn't had a chance to talk to our staff yet on that.
Is Kenneth Murray getting more comfortable? Looks like he's making more plays for
Yeah,
you.
he is. He was a little rough. He was a lot like he was against UTEP. Was a little bit rough early, kind of like us as a defense, and then settled in and got some confidence and made some plays. So he's getting there. I mean, he's faced in the first 3 weeks as a true freshman Mike Backer, the 3 different offenses that he's faced. I don't know that you could get more polar opposite than those 3. So he's learning. We're coaching him hard, and he's responding.
Why do you think that interception return turned the game so much? You see that sometimes the team bounces back and drives to the length of the field maybe or something.
Yeah.
And they started to almost threaten, but why do you think that was such a big momentum?
I think gave us some confidence. There wasn't anything exceptional on the play other than maybe the return. But it just gave us some confidence. I think that if we'll just do our job, we're going to be just fine defensively. And I think once they settled in, the whole team did.
You guys were, the talk of the country after a win last weekend. When you were going through practices this week, what was kind of your biggest concern, and was there a time you started feeling like, okay, we're going to be okay this weekend?
Oh, I don't know that you ever know exactly. Sure, you're concerned about a letdown. You're concerned about how they'll approach the week. I thought for the most part our mentality was good. We weren't at our best early in the week, and I thought we started to respond a little bit as the week went on, as we continued to challenge them as coaches. So I think we're growing, but I think we've got to understand that you got to put together complete weeks if you want to play complete games.
What do you think of Baker's performance today?
He was good. He missed a few. His decision making I thought was pretty good. Again, he and I probably a little bit over aggressive. Maybe was it kind of early third? Maybe his decision making was good. He just missed a couple of throws that he doesn't normally miss. And it was so. Other than that, I thought he played a pretty clean game.
And Murray's touchdown pass.
Yeah.
You guys have bragged on his arm all the time.
Yeah, we told you guys he can throw it. There you go.
Yeah.
He can throw it. He can. So I was glad to be able to get him a few reps and a few throws there. He handled it well.
What did you think of
You
Obo?
said you're still trying to.
Obo's look like he's creating havoc for you back there.
Yeah, kind of. Same thing, was a little iffy early. Again, kind of like us. But yeah, once he settled in, he started to turn loose and make some plays.
Lincoln, you said you're still trying to figure it out with what you've got with some of these offensive guys. Is it a concern at all that you're still trying to suss through that 3 weeks into the season, or is it a benefit to have that much depth there that you can kind of mix and match and experiment with it?
No, I think it's definitely a benefit. That's if none of them were making plays, then it would be a concern. But a lot of them are, and so you're just trying to figure out as we go on, where are we best and what makes us the best we can be. But that'll be quality depth that, as we get into Big 12 play, we'll need here for this, for this Big 12 run.
Lincoln Mark came out of the game last week, this week, after the halftime, threw his helmet down, was upset, limping. Is he close to 100%, or is he playing, or how much pain is he playing through?
No, he's okay. He's okay. He's had a little nagging deal, but it's starting to get better. And so we had planned that if we were able to get any separation, we'd get him out pretty quick, which, we were able to do there pretty quickly after we scored that first one in the third quarter. All right, all good? All right.